channel. I hope everybody's doing good today. I'm doing great, and I'm back with another video for you guys. And in this video right here, we're going to be talking about some of the best beginner-friendly work-from-home companies, okay? So these companies are easy to get on with. I work for one of these companies. I do a video like this once a year just for the people that are new to my channel and are new to working from home. This video is for my beginners and for those that are interested in working from home but have been having a hard time and don't know what some of the best companies are, okay? So we're gonna get into all the details about the companies, the pros, the cons, and all the companies will be linked in the description bar for you to check out. These companies are always hiring, so you don't have to worry about, if they're hiring right now or whatever the case may be. So we're gonna go ahead and get straight into it, okay? Okay, so the first company we're going to talk about is Liveops, and I love Liveops. I got my start working with Liveops in 2011, and the reason why Liveops is one of the best companies to start working from home with is because you'll be able to work when you want to work. You'll be able to make your own schedule. So if you're someone that's already working outside of the home and you don't want to completely just jump into working from home, Liveops is the option for you because it's going to allow you to work when you want to work. So with me, I worked at the bank, and then I turned around and worked Liveops on the weekends and also early in the morning. So that is an option for you. Just, use Liveops as, kind of like a way to fill out working from home and things like that. So that's why this is one of the best companies. So let's talk a little bit more about Liveops. You'd be taking calls, interacting with customers, of course, but they have multiple clients, and you can choose a client that's going to work best for you and your schedule. They have some clients with 24-hour availability, and then they have other clients that do have, different hours of availability. Like I said, you can pick and choose which one's going to work for you, okay? They are hiring right now, and they have basic requirements. You just need to be 18 years or older. You do need to have a high school diploma or GED. And of course, you do need to be a resident of the US. And they do have state hiring restrictions. So if you do not see your state up on the screen here, you will not be able to work for this company. But for the most part, they do hire from most states. So let's go ahead and talk about the fact that they will have you to pay for a background check. This is completely normal. This is not a scam. You would be an independent contractor with this company. And as an independent contractor, you are going to be responsible for your own fees. You're self-employed. You're not an employee, so they're not going to take care of those fees for you. They will just be checking your criminal history, and you may wonder why that's important, but it is important because when you're going to be assisting customers, you may be placing orders, and you will be handling sensitive information. That's why they do the criminal background check. One thing I really like is the fact that they tell you what will prevent you from passing a criminal background check. So it's not like you're just blindly paying your $25 and you don't know if you're going to pass or fail. You can look right here, and it's going to tell you exactly what will cause you to fail the background check. If you see anything on there that applies to you, you already know, keep it moving, okay? So the $25 fee is the only fee that you will incur when it comes down to Liveops. That is non-refundable. Whether you pass or fail, you still have to pay that $25 fee. So once you do pass the background check, it's only a matter of time. For me, it was only a couple of days, and then at that point, I did sign my contract and I began taking calls for the company, okay? Now, typically, Liveops agents earn between $12 and $17 an hour. You're paid per talk minute, and it tends to add up to be around that amount. Now, you will not get paid when you're not talking on the phone, okay? So if you pick a schedule and you choose to work from 3 to 7 and you only took calls 2 of those 4 hours, you're only going to get paid 2 of those 4 hours. You're not going to get paid for the entire 4 hours. So that can be something that may turn people off, but it didn't really bother me. I just used Liveops as a stepping stone to get me to where I am today. So I think that that's what Liveops is best used for, a stepping stone or like a side hustle, part-time employment. I don't really know if it's best when it comes down to full-time because of the fact that sometimes things can be slow, and you may not be able to rely on that money. So definitely a stepping stone, part-time type of job. So now I'm going to go ahead and put up the equipment requirements for Liveops. And keep in mind, any equipment that you purchase for Liveops, you can turn around and write that equipment off. Like I said, you're going to be self-employed. You're going to be a sole proprietor, and that means you can use anything that you purchase for Liveops as a business expense. So keep that in mind. I know when I worked with Liveops, I had a basic laptop, I had a basic landline phone. So, you know, you don't need any fancy equipment to work with them, which is great. Another thing is that Liveops does not have any traditional training. You will be certifying to take calls for the particular project that you're working, and you do not get paid for certifying. So keep that in mind as well. And one thing I do like about Liveops is that they do not charge you to certify for different clients, and that's great because the company Arise, at least when I was thinking about working with Arise back in the day, they charged you to certify with different clients. So Liveops doesn't charge for that, so that's great. Okay, so yeah, I think I've gone over everything. If I left anything out, that's okay, because they have a really great frequently asked questions section on their site. Definitely go ahead and check that out if you have more questions about Liveops. And another thing to keep in mind is you do not have to make this a career. This does not have to be the exact and ideal work from home job that you're looking to do. But as I said earlier in the video, it's a stepping stone. Get your foot in the door, add Liveops to your resume, and then begin applying for the type of jobs that you really want. And then once you get another job that you really want, you can still keep Liveops in your back pocket, use it as a side hustle, or you can quit altogether. The next best company to start working from home with, and just like Liveops, this company is going to allow you to make your own schedule. It's not going to require any experience and very easy to get on with, and that is going to be Omni Interactions, okay? So I've never worked for Omni, but I do have a family member that got their first work from home job with Omni with no work from home experience whatsoever. She really liked the job, and she actually wants to start back working with Omni as well. So Omni is also a company that has, you know, state hiring restrictions. Here are the states that you can be in to work Omni. Again, if you don't see your state on the screen, of course you will not be able to work with this company. Just like with Liveops, the application process is pretty simple. You're going to meet the requirements, and then you will apply. If you are chosen, you will be able to pick a project. So let's go ahead and get into more details. Aside from being 18 or over and being in one of the eligible states, you'll also need to meet these basic requirements as well. Now, with your application, you are going to have to complete a 30-minute assessment, and that's going to evaluate your typing speed, your computer proficiency, your customer service aptitude, and your work habits. Now, once you complete your assessment, the team will review your application, and if the information that you provide meets their requirements, they're going to invite you to complete step 2 of their process, which is signing up for a gig. You would need to check your spam folder for email communications from Omni. Unfortunately, sometimes their emails get stuck in spam filters. So just like with Liveops, there is a background check that you will have to pay for. The background check with Omni used to be $19, but now it's $25 and it's non-refundable. You will need to use the same email address that you registered with, or they will be unable to match your background check with your contract. The background check fee is the only fee that they have. Just like with Liveops, there are never any charges to get access to the platform, complete certification, or provide contact center services. So after you go through the application process, you will receive an email asking you to select your certification class, and they generally have certification classes open for a rolling 2 weeks, meaning you can only pick up to 2 weeks out. All of their programs require a 3 to 5 day certification class, and the classes take place during business hours and run about 6 to 8 hours per day. In some cases, you may be invited to complete a short certification. You still will need to complete the full program certification within 5 to 10 days of completing your short certification. You will be using the program Humanity to choose your schedule, and even though you can create your own schedule, some of the clients still do have certain requirements in terms of the schedules, so make sure that you choose a client that's going to work with your schedule. And in terms of getting paid, payments are issued every 2 weeks to all of their GBAs with productive hours. You can actually make $13 to $16 an hour. Some of their top paying projects are $17.10 an hour. And of course, the amount is going to vary based on hours per week and servicing and quality metrics. You will be getting payments made through ADP, and the payments are going to be made via direct deposit. Now, in terms of equipment, they do give you all the information that you need regarding equipment, and of course, that's going to be a computer, a hardwired high-speed internet connection, and a corded USB headset. They let you know the internet speed requirements, also the workspace requirements, and the computer hardware requirements. They like for you to have a PC, no Chromebooks, tablets, or mobile devices, and Macs are allowed. They're just not allowed on all projects. and they prefer if you use Google Chrome browser. That is recommended. That is not a requirement. So if you don't have Google Chrome browser, that's okay. Okay guys, so those have been some of the best beginner companies. I hope this video has been helpful for you. Pick the one that's gonna work for you. You can also work more than one at a time if you choose to. So, definitely go ahead and check those out. As I always state, I appreciate you guys so much for watching. Leave any comments below, and I'll see you guys in my next video.